14th step.
Yeah, it's the 14th step.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for future content, recovery, cool recovery stuff.
Cool recovery stuff.
Yeah.
We're talking about positive recovery stuff, so we're going to talk about negative thinking today.
Negative thinking.
Oh, that is like I don't even know what you call that. You said positive recovery. All right, negative thinking, okay? Tell me what the mindset is, because I see people like this a lot, where their outlook in general on everything that happens to them is negative. And, you know, in a lot of ways I can see it, and then sometimes I catch myself because I can get that way.
Yeah.
How much does that play into the way you look at the world and the things around you as far as recovery goes, you know?
Well, I like to think that the purpose of recovery is finding some kind of serenity, some kind of peace. Because if I don't have any kind of peace inside of me, then I'm always going to be looking for something to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
If I feel like I can't get it, then, you know, in myself, I'm going to look outside of myself for it.
Mm-hmm.
Negative thinking is kind of this way of life that people get stuck in, where they always assume the worst.
They do.
And they always feel like a victim.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the root of negative thinking, is if I feel like I'm a victim of my circumstances, then I'm just being tossed around in the waves of life, then I'm going to naturally be pessimistic and negative at anything that comes around.
I hate to make another anecdote.
Do it.
But I'm all about it.
Anecdote.
Anecdote. Did I say anecdote?
Anecdote's good
okay,
too.
Anecdote. Sorry, I'm just an idiot.
No.
Okay, I'm so negative. Star Wars
Yeah.
is fantastic because guess why? Pain leads to fear.
Mm-hmm.
Fear leads to anger.
Mm-hmm.
And anger leads to the dark
It
side.
does.
How good is that?
Where do we catch it? We catch it at the pain part, because if I'm in pain, which, you know what, guys, life is pretty much pain. It's a part of life.
Mm-hmm.
Pain is useful information, but if I start to despair and start to fall into feeling sorry for myself because I'm hurting, then that's going to lead all the way to that dark side.
It sure does.
And there's no end to that, where that can go.
Oh, it can get dark.
Up to and including suicide. It goes into really dark places.
Yep.
And it's all in our perspective, which sounds corny, but that's literally what it is. We don't have another choice but to start changing our perspective.
Well, and you're so dead on with that, because if you take a cross-section of an NA meeting and you have 15 people from 15 different walks of life, that negative and that pain can be so different for every person in there.
It
and
is.
you can't judge it, though. You may say that pain for this person is unbelievable, but then this person, you're like, really? But it is what it is.
That's right.
And every person is a different story, and it's so true. It's your own thing that you have to do yourself. That's why it's so hard to fix somebody else.
And in addiction, I think we all know that it could be like I made a C on my assignment, or it could be like I was abused as a child horribly. So,
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
You think that the things are not equal, and they're not, but it's equally dangerous for addicts to live in that self-pity.
That vibe.
Because where is it going to take us?
That's
It's
right.
going to take both of them to the same place.
That's it.
And we're trying not to let ourselves get to that place. So that's the kind of, when we share that struggle with another person, it lightens the burden.
Big time.
Because you realize that it's okay.
Yeah.
And
you're not alone.
That you're not alone. You don't have to despair.